Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to our third video in the tutorial series. This video we're going to go through adding users to your specific account. This part is pretty cool because it allows other people to gain access for a limited different period of time or potentially a different access level. We have a few different access levels, but we'll show you as we get to it. So if you're ready, just log in and you'll arrive at your user page. Once you're there, there's a couple of fields that I'd like to point out. First off is your accounts field. This is the account that we'll be working with, this new account. And then there's two other fields here, the username and the email address. These are the only three fields as of yet that you can change on your user page. And the username and the email are important in this adding users process because it allows you to this is how you address other users within the application. You either have to reference them by username or by email address to be able to add them to your account. So right now I'm just going to quickly change my username, and you can see how this automatically appears with some qualifier, or this immediately checks to make sure that this is a valid username. So I'm going to just set Dylan, and it says it's available. There's also checks the server. All usernames have to be unique within the whole application, and then also email address. Cool. Okay, so once those are set, we can go and click this new account, which is actually just a link to the manage specific account page where you can see that the name is new account. We can just change this probably for clarity purposes to account 1, and this also allows you to set a description here if you'd like to help kind of differentiate between your different accounts. So this next section on the Manage Specific Account page is your users section, and these are the people who are actually on the account and have access to it. Currently we have just one, and that's ourselves at the moment, and we are set up to be the owner. We can see when we are given access to this account, which is the time at which the account was actually created, and then these two other drop downs. These two drop downs are grayed out. This is for time and date of when access to the account expires, but that is not something that will happen if you are the owner. So now we're getting into the section where you can add new users to your account. So either in this field you can type in the name of someone you know who has a username and email. You can use either or. So the user, type that information in there, the person that you'd like to add. Then you can change their role. The role, there's a few different options which you can't see because it appears as a general pop-up. But you can change them to read-only, organizer, or cohabitant. So the different levels allow the user to do make different changes within the application. So probably the most obvious one is the read-only. The read-only will be able to give the user the ability to search for your if, to look at your items, but make no changes to the database state. This is pretty useful because whenever somebody wants to lock down access, but just kind of find something in the house, that this is probably the user role to go with. The organizer role, that allows for being able to change the location of the items within the system. So probably the best example would be if you have college roommates, people who are in the same rooms together, but you don't necessarily wanting to change the names of your things. the organizer permission would probably be the way to go. Also, if you have somebody coming over to your location to help just kind of put things back away, the organizer role is definitely. So you have the expiration date, and the expiration date, you can pick a time in the future at which that person would not have access anymore to your account. So they're basically, when everything kind of loads up again, it would not you will not be able to gain access. So yeah, right now I have another user set up here. Okay, cool, perfect. So so Jim is a second user that we have logged in, and you can see we have an instance on the mobile device and an instance on the desktop. So for the username for Jim, we'll just type Jim, and that is available. And then you can definitely tell that that Jim has no accounts, because when you refresh the page, nothing's showing up for him. So if we go back to the person who is an account owner, Dylan, we can type in the username Jim, click out of it. It's a valid username, but it only adds the user to the account when you click add user. And we'll actually change and set up Jim as read-only mode for now. Okay, so now you see that automatically updated. Jim gets account 1 put under his account section on his user page, and we can see that Jim's access to the account is displayed here as read-only mode with the given expiration date. So yeah, that's the basics of it. This drop down allows you to select different roles for Jim, and that should automatically update him in real time, and you can see how that's also changing. So basically at this point, I think I'm going to get ready to add items to our little system, an account that we have set up, and we will be able to see the different permission levels that Jim has on the account in a later video. If you'd like to remove Jim from your account, just press this X button. Definitely bear with me, because the layout and stuff will be changing in the future. This is not the final iteration. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching this video, and I look forward to helping you guys achieve organizational Zen. Thanks.